If you missed the previous two videos, you might want to go back and watch them. Today's video is the third part in my three-part series of a great day I had fishing on my favorite lake by Grand Rapids, Minnesota. Enjoy the fishing. Now we're going to start part two. It looks like I'm just starting out. There's the landing. We're going to go up to this shore and see what we can catch. Let's go fishing. All right, back at it. Starting out our second side here. We caught lots of fish. Let's catch some big fish now too. Love the action. There we go. Just feels like today, if you make the right cast, you're gonna catch a fish. That was right on the edge of those lily pads. Starting out with the slobber knocker and a power stinger bluegill trailer. Been using electric shad, but I thought I'd try some of the other colors out too. There we go. We will continue to have lots of action and hope for a couple of big guys to visit us today. There's a fish. All right, starting out this video with some action. As quick as we can get it out there, that's how they're biting. It may be that a lot of the fish that were out here, a lot of the weeds have died off, so they're kind of looking for those bait fish in the cover of the weeds and stuff. Whatever it is, it's fun. There's the fish. All right, a little bigger. So on the action side of things. All right. So this is about what I expect on this first part of this line is action. Every once in a while I'll get a big one. So one big one before we get up to the corner where I generally find the biggest ones would be great. It's always good when you start catching them when you change the trailer or any part of the lure to let you know that they're still biting. Oh, that felt better. It's a little bigger one. Not a monster, but a little better. Oh, maybe just a tiny bit better. I don't know, I might need to do a fishometer on top of the screen there. I did that once, I think it was about 5 summers ago. I had Bass Week and I had a really good trip here. And I took, I think, 2 days and kept track of how many bass I caught. No, I took 1 day. That's how many there were. I think I was in the 30s or 40s with frog bass. Well, these aren't all frog bass, but man, we're catching a ton. The wind's doing just about what the news said it would, so it's a good thing. So that's the plan that we had and why we're getting over here when we're getting over here. It's a shore over there that I like to fish. Should be a little more protected, so we went to other areas to start the day. Oh, there's a fish. A bass. Yeah, all right. Oh, thought I felt a tick. All right. Got some fish working here. Let's see if we can find the big one that's in here. There's got to be a big one around here. I love the action, but one of the ways I know to get big fish to bite, throw a frog out there. There's a point that I've caught a lot of big fish off of, blowing through here just perfect. Had a couple of blow-ups on a different frog. I was trying out a new frog, going back to the booyah, see if we can get one of them in. We'll throw the jig through here, but I wanted to give the frog a chance too. So much fun getting a little windy frog bite going. All right, let's see if the jig can get it done. What's funny is I just cut a jig. Actually, it looks like one of my jigs. And it looks like my line. Wouldn't that be something? Ha! Got my jig back. Maybe I'm the only one that fishes this corner. Looks like a max scent power bait. I'm sure I'm not the only one that fishes this corner. Fish. Still action. Looking for a donkey. We need a monster. Oh, that one felt a little better when I set the hook. Can we swing it? We're swinging it. Okay. Getting there. Last year, my biggest bass on Favorite Lake came right over here. After all the weeds were gone. Almost 5-pounder. There we go. That guy scooped it right off the top. See a slinger? Let's try it. Oh my goodness, that wasn't a slinger, but we got him. Yes. Don't sling that size in. Maybe in a boat. Beautiful fish. All right, on the second leg of the trip, I want to do something. All right, we're starting out at 3 pounds, 3.10. So there we go. All right, back at it. Not sure if the last fish got recorded, but we did get another 3-pounder. Camera shut off. I'm not sure if I forgot to turn it on or if it just shut off. But here we go. We are back at it. Sometimes you have a favorite area in mind, which we haven't got to yet, but you never know, maybe they're not there. So if you're finding fish on the way, stick with them. That must have been a fish, because now I have a fish on. Feels a little bigger. There we go. There we go. There was one in there. Fish everywhere because there's fish everywhere. All right, here we go. All right, 3.54 pounds. Oop. Good fish. Seems like there's a few fish here. We got like a minute where the wind has died down a bit. Let's try this frog. There we go. The guy came back for it. Still got 3 feet here. All right. He looked a lot bigger when he hit. Man, if he had got off, I would have said, oh man, that was a 3-pounder. Glad we got him in. Don't have to tell fish stories. All right, we got some frog bass working. That guy got off, but you know what? That's okay. The big guys usually stick. Oh no! Frog wrecker. Darn it. You know, we're having a great time catching bass. And what happens? The frog wrecker gets it. Since I started my channel, I should have kept a tally up in the corner of how much tackle a northern has cost me. Yowzers. There we go. Feels like a good one. All right, Sean, we got one on your frog. He showed himself and he came back. Got one real good hook into him. All right. New frog. Boy, it's been a while since I caught something on anything but a booyah pat crasher. All right, let's see if we can come back through a little bit with the slobber knocker. All right, we've got a few fish working here. That one's getting bigger as it comes in. Can we sling it? We're slinging it. Oh. Good fish. Good fish. There we go. Oh man. What do we got? I thought for a second it was a walleye. I just saw the tail. Who knows? This might be the guy that just got off. They're aggressive today. Alright, on this next stretch, I think all 3 rods, the frog rod, the bladed jig rod, and the regular jig rod, are going to play a factor. Got some calmer water here. Gonna try the frog first. If color matters, we'll dig another frog up. Otherwise, this should do. Well, that one wanted it. All right. It's always good when you make a lure change and get a bite first cast. There we go. Should retire the frog. First cast fish. 100% hookup rate. First run the frog through. Now we'll run the chatterbait through. Sorry, slobber knocker. Right. And on this side, I'm put the electric shad back on. Well, there's another fish, but a tiny guy. I was wondering if those 4-inch tails were too big, but I don't think you can ever go too big when bass are hungry. Alright, we're gonna get to some more prime spots here. However, let's dip in here with our frog, fish this side of the former lily pad field. There we go. Alright. Bass came back after it. I think you could play a drinking game every time I say, there we go. Take a sip of Mountain Dew. Ooh, that one looked a little better. Frog wrecker. All the way down in his throat, too. Oh. Wreaking havoc. Alright. Is that you splashing around back there, bass? Well, the spro frog seems to do okay, even though the lip is kind of messed up, so that's a good thing. All right. I think we got him. Nope. What do we got? The bass is like, excuse me, I wanted a slobber knocker. Nice. Oh, that one. Oh, I don't think I got him. Did I got him? Well, maybe. That's either a big northern or a big bass. It's a big northern. Oh, he might not even fit in the net. Let's see. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh yeah. All right. Nice fish. Hat cam just went out. Good release on that northern. Nice to have a leader on. Let's get some more. Always nice to get a bigger northern in the boat, but whew, it can be tough getting it in. This battery went out, but I had my front camera kind of document the release and everything. I don't mind a big northern as long as they're not wrecking my frog. I knew that was a bigger fish because I could just see the water kind of get displaced around it. So I was hoping for a monster bass, but that was a nice northern, so glad we got him in. Definitely today, if a fish sees something to eat, they are munching it. There we go. All right, Mr. Bass, quick release. Got some bass, we got some northerns. Another nice shore to fish here. Okay, so part one, we fished that far shore. And part two, the landing is here. We fished all the way around to here. We're gonna go all the way down. You know, we got this. There's like a green weed edge back here. Let's see if we can find a bass or two right on the edge. where those green reeds start. I was looking for some kind of weed edge or corner or point. Let's see, a little shallow, but this is wide open here for fish to kind of have an escape route. Oh. Oh. I don't know. That seemed like that might have been a northern. Do we take a chance? If it's a bass, it's a monster. I'll have to zoom in. I think it was a northern. All right, wrecked a frog, stole a frog, stole a frog. Oh my goodness. The northerns better be buying me some frogs for Christmas. All right, going back to our experimental frog. We're running low. I think I might have one in my front hatch there. If we get in a real good area. That's the thing about this time of the year. There's so many northerns because it's more open. There we go. That's a hook set. A little more leverage when you're standing up. That's a decent fish too. Man, there are just fish everywhere today. I thought, oh, the reeds, they probably won't be in the reeds. Well, come in the reeds and we get them in the reeds. Thought, well, the lily pads are dying. Well, we got a bunch in the lily pads where they're dying. So, it's just an awesome day to be out. All right, we lost a spro. We lost a pad crasher. Tried a toad runner. And now, it's kind of a special day. This is the original frog that I started frog fishing with. It's a Reaction Innovation Swamp Donkey. One thing they have is they've kind of solved that problem of this getting broken here. I don't think it can be pulled through there. But it's been a while since I've used one. They're hard to find, and I just happened to have one in my tackle box. And I hate to say it, but I'm running low on frogs today. So there we go. Try this midnight out. Oh. It's on the side of his mouth. These northerns better watch it or I'm going to keep one to eat. Luckily, we had him on the side of his mouth. Man. It's a free-for-all here in the reeds. Usually the northerns are out a little bit and the bass are in. Today everybody's everywhere. We got a lot of northerns in here. Let's go with the bladed jig. Got a little better chance. There we go. Have we got a bass? Yep. Little guy. Gotta love this slobber knocker, the way it pulls through the weeds. Just kind of bumps them and pulls right through. Let's see if we can pull up some bass with this black and blue Berkeley slobber knocker. 3/8 ounce. I was gonna say, what do you do if you throw a frog out there? However, this guy isn't gonna weigh. You know what? We'll take an all-day frog bite. Sounds great to me. That was pretty cool. Gosh, I'm having such a hard time hooking them. Oh, that guy took it. Man, did he ever take it. We should have that guy hooked. All right, he's gonna be aware. The bigger fish, they don't leave any doubt. So if you're losing a lot of fish frog fishing, don't worry, they're probably smaller fish. That's a nice guy. All right. 3.48, so we got 16.71 pounds. That is pretty awesome. Nice fish, look at that spot on it. All right, put him back. Yeah, it can be frustrating missing fish, but like that last fish, I'll try to zoom in if it looks good. He just rolled right over it, and it was down in his throat. Although I will say I didn't have him hooked that great, but got him in. Reaction Innovation Swamp Donkey going to work. Okay, frog bass rallying. Got rid of the northerns for a little bit. We'll take some late morning frog bass. How about 370? Get rid of that 310. And now we're up to 17.3 pounds for our best 5. There we go. Maybe we need a front shot of this guy. Beautiful fish again. Another 3-pounder. So in pretty short order, we've got 17 pounds of bass. At the time here, 12 o'clock. So in about 3 hours, we got our 17 pounds. That's a big fish. All right. Maybe that was the big guy that swiped at it. Right. We have two 3.28s. 3.50 up to 17.5 pounds for all our best. Nice. It usually is recommended on a cloudy day to use a black frog for the silhouette with the sky above, since the sky is white. Seems to be working. Reaction Innovations Swamp Donkey. But they're a nice frog. They've got good legs on them. Their hooks, let me show you their hooks. Their hooks, if you can see that, kind of angle up a little bit. And then the body is just soft enough. And the problem I was having with the Booyah pad crashers, they've got a longer metal piece, so this lip doesn't often get torn up. So a very nice frog. Oh, it's still on there. Well, pretty nice one. This fish isn't going to help us. There we go. Close to a 3-pounder. Plunking it back in. We are making a late frog rally before our late morning session is done. Oh my goodness. Good fish. Instant. Instant. As soon as that frog hit, they always look bigger from a distance. Another frog bass guide to the boat. All right, we got a little light rain falling. No problem. The fish aren't afraid of getting wet, and either am I. This is much like last week. Lots of fish. Couple of periods of rain. Good times. There we go. A nice one. I don't know if it'll call. Let's get her in and find out. Not quite. All right, our average size, that's about a 2.2 pounder. Chunky little guy, probably only about 15 inches. Let's fish out here on the edge and we'll use our slobber knocker. Oh, no, we got the OG white chatterbait. There we go. This guy took it right off the reed. Nice fish. With the original white chatterbait. Good hook set. 3.37. All right, inching our way up there. Pretty good one. A 3.5 pounder is your smallest fish. There we go, Beck. Almost to our turnaround point. Nice to get another weighable fish in the boat. Got the original white chatterbait with the shad power stinger off the back. Just a 3-inch. It's amazing how the fish just love it when the lure bounces off of one of the reeds. There it was. I actually saw that one bounce off the reed, and I saw this stripe go by, and another fish in the boat. I haven't mentioned lately, but we're in about 3 feet of water most of the time here. So the fish are definitely shallow today. I was just thinking to myself, maybe I should stick to throwing it back there, because by the front we got frog wreckers everywhere. Man, they're everywhere today. And we're gonna see if we can finish off this late morning session with a monster, even though it's early afternoon. Everything's taking a little bit longer today, but that's because the fish are biting. So that's a good reason. Frog bass. Tiny guy. Future 20-incher. Frog bass right where you're supposed to be. Makes sense with what we've seen today. Anywhere that we see these remnants of lily pads. Now the question is, was there a 4 or 5 pounder around? Oh, no. Darn it. Well, good news, bad news again. Bad news is, Northern got it. Good news is, it was all the way down there, so you couldn't wreck the frog. All right. A lot of these guys today. Let's do this. Let's do the jig for a little bit. Got a Maxent Chigger Craw, black jig head, 3/8 ounce. Let's drag this through there and see if anything wants to bite it. What do we got? Another Northern. I'll give it to them. They're chunky here. Alright, it's time to head back to the landing. I've got some lunch to eat. I've got a sandwich waiting for me in my cooler in the car. Gonna kind of regroup, dry off a little bit, and then head to the far shore. Gonna fish on the way in here. We've got 17.61. So in our challenge, we've got 17.61 pounds. That's an awesome total though. I mean, when you think about it, especially the fact that we've called out so many 3-pounders. Just kind of inching our way up now. Means we've caught a lot of fish. They're just coming from everywhere. That guy came busting out of the reeds. Gonna give this purple and blue slobber knocker another try. Black and blue on the board. Well, there we go. Another fish. Chunky little guy. Fish on. Another fish. Chunky though. It's another one. Well, we're finding numbers. Not any huge ones over here. Showing that the black and blue can work. All right, in the interest of saving a little bit for after lunch. I'm gonna stop my frantic casting here and we're gonna head back towards the landing. I'm gonna get my rain gear, get dried off. I might even change my clothes to have something dry on. Just an awesome day. What a day of fishing. I can almost call it a day of catching, because that's what we've been doing, just catching. Hopefully we can continue on our next shoreline. We were able to weigh our best 5. We had over 17 pounds. What a great day, along with 20 or 30 other fish. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to keep track in the video, but what a day. Fish everywhere. I'm going to go get some lunch. Thanks so much for watching this part. I'll see you in the next one.